Hello, and here we have another episode of I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, but again, that will not stop me. So on the full band Lumière video, there was someone who commented that they tried to make a version themselves with via some other sheet music, but they kind of gave up. A bit too complicated, which fair enough. But I thought I'd come over here and try to do a solo or duet version. It's been a long time since I worked on solo or duet or trio even. Kind of miss it. They were pretty fun to do. They felt a lot more creative, so to speak, in terms of what you had to get rid of and bend over backwards to fit in there. Yeah, so I don't know what sheet music they were using. Maybe a piano, which would be a lot easier to use in terms of solo duet stuff. But since I already have these ones here, from when I did the full band version, I'll just use this. So FL Studio, again, you can either drag from the left, drag from your file explorer, or file import MIDI up the top there. I'm just going to, MIDI out with FruityLSD because it's a lot quicker to load than the Flex that I normally do. And then, here are all of the tracks. It's actually a lot more than I remembered it being. And we got the piano roll here with all of the stuff. So I was thinking of doing a solo version. But in the end, I kind of want to keep the vocals unique and separate and such. So we'll go with a duet, which means the singing here, women, or yeah, women, well, technically woman, but so this is fine. I had it as an oboe in the band version, but I'm thinking I might make this just a viola, because I might combine these together. It'd be great to have this separately, but, obviously if we're doing a duet, we're stuck with 2 instruments. So I could just also leave these out, but, I don't know. We'll try to just keep these in. It's the same thing, but a little bit different. It'll make it more dynamic or fuller, whatever you want to call it. Again, other bards are probably going to tell you not to have chords, or multiple notes at once, blah blah. But hey, this is a duet. You gotta friggin' do what you can. So we'll rename this. Shift right click to bring that up again. Viola. I'll change the color just so I know that we're gonna keep this one. So we've already got that. We can delete this. So these are all these are all the choir stuff here, which I'm not going to bother keeping these in this particular case for the duet. I think I kept some of it on the band version, which is probably why it's a bit busy at times. I also have no idea what these 2 specific tracks are for these sheet music here, which I'll put a link to the original in the comments again. Okay, so we've got the vocals here, which we'll just keep by itself. Alt arrow keys to move this up to the top, and we'll just leave it there for now. No pitch on this, just because it's all string and okay, actually wait, there is pitch. Oh, because of the guitar, right? This was the one guitar track. I don't remember if I actually did this. Oh, okay, it's only the 1 pitch anyway. Well, let's just do, let's just do this. You could honestly just leave this, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so there's a lot of strumming guitar here to have in 2 instruments. Okay. Alright. Where we got the... So, yeah, we'll keep the violin for sure. Except it's definitely not going to be a violin. For solo duet stuff, or even trio really, kind of my go-tos were harp, piano, lute, just because they sound the least weird if you're playing multiple things at the same time. So this will be fine because they're like close together. But yeah, so I also preferred harp over piano in general, just because I don't know, it felt more balanced overall. So we'll rename this as a harp. We'll change the color again. So here's our two duet instruments that we're going to keep. Keep in mind the in-game music range is going to be this, which means all of this is out of range and won't play. So we'll move. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so yeah, we'll probably leave these where they are, and we'll move this shit down. Also, in saying that, are these, what do we got? Yeah, E's, okay. So, same note, top, bottom. We'll just remove the bottom ones here. Same with that. Just because if we're putting so much stuff on a single instrument here, I would prefer to keep it as less busy as possible. I've also got this, which is the left-hand piano. We could probably use those instead of this. Where is it exactly? Okay, this whole thing is below range. But that's probably going to be the same anyway, right? Kind of, yeah. As for this... You know what, I think we might just leave this out. Yeah, okay, so let us move this violin over. Speaking of which, yes, this entire track is within range already, we don't have to do anything. Okay, here we go, so... They're fine, they're fine. This is probably gonna be fine. Speaking of which, what is the, you know, we'll change the color, just so I know what's what. And again, you know, that's Alt plus C to change color here. So we've got the bass, well, cello, some cello. Okay. So that's another thing, yeah, if I'm doing just like solo duet trio stuff, like kind of vocals, bass, and then melody, I guess, would be kind of my default that I would switch to, or like try to keep. So move these down just so I can see a bit better what is happening here. So yeah, okay. Maybe. You know, let's change this as a different color too, while I work on like separate parts of it. We're gonna just bring this whole thing up, which does still leave me stuff out of range, which kind of annoys me, but... Now we could either lift this entire thing up an octave, which is control arrow keys again. But that's probably going to be a bit... I don't know if I like that. Or we can move just the stuff out of range up. Which isn't too bad. Actually, I might change the color, just in case I want to change that later. Oh, wait, no. Already have some greens. Let's go blue. So all of this is out of range again. So if we move that up, yeah, that should be fine. Now, as for this, you know what? You know what? I think I might actually... just keep this. Yeah, that works. Now. This is already doing, like, quite a lot of stuff here. So this was... What was this track again? Oh, the violin, right, okay. The violin is pretty hard, well, the X violin. Oh, by the way, if you want to select a color, just hold Shift-C with whichever color you want here. Okay, so these are all the same thing. Alright, let's just delete these, which I'm holding down the right click to do this, just because it's a bit easier than manually selecting everything. Or you can just, press the right click here. Oops. And I move them up so I can, see a bit better what's the same and what is not. And we'll go back down again. Okay, so that's not too bad there. Anything here? We don't have that. And then this... yeah, technically it's the same note as this, so like... I could... remove it. I could. Same with this, but... What is this? What if we put this whole track up? And then, scroll wheel for zooming here, up in this thing here. And then you could do here to move, but it's easier just to drag. And then hold the mouse wheel to drag like this. So what have we got here? I need to make this wider again. Okay. That's an F sharp. I kind of want to just delete that, but I've got the D. Yeah. Alright. We'll do 3 notes at a time for this. So they should be fine, they should be fine. I think all of these will be fine, actually. Yep. As for this, what have we got here? Oh yeah, and again, you can just scroll wheel on this top right thing to make it easier to see here. So. These are all out of range. Move them up an octave. Yes, these were also out of range, weren't they? Okay, so... As for this, what have we got here? We got a B down here, so... Might get rid of that. You know what, actually... So these are all the same, yeah, okay. Actually, I'll get rid of that E there. Oh no, these are... No, they're G's. That's kind of annoying, actually. Get rid of that F there. So we got these B's are the same. G's again. I'll get rid of that E. you know, I might actually get rid of those. You know, I might get rid of that too. Because there's the same note here as this, and there's like 4 notes. Well, 5, but once I get rid of that. And then we've got this. I mean, so these would technically probably be fine to just leave, but yeah. What if? Yeah, let's just delete those. What are we cooking with here? All right, I might get rid of that. Get rid of that. Yeah, okay, we'll just get rid of the violin notes that are the same here. Which means this. Okay, yeah, so that's just all the same shit anyway. Just playing higher. We will keep this, but it might be a little bit weird. Then that's all fine by itself. Oh, okay, what do we got here? So this was the... What track was this? Oh, this was the, Wait, was it? Yeah. Yeah, this was the one of the cellos. Which reminds me, I wanted to keep this particular cello too, but anyway, we'll, come back to that. Actually, no, you know what, fuck it, we'll do it now. Scroll, zoom, do that. Just so it copies in the right spot, and we Control-C to copy the whole track with nothing selected. Back to the harp here. Now, you know, we could keep pretty much all of these. Actually, we'll just keep them. That. We could keep this. Yeah, actually, okay, we'll keep that too. So, as you can see, there's a lot. The harp is carrying a lot of stuff here, or will be. Whether it sounds good is an entirely different question. But we shall see what we shall see. I probably won't keep those just because I've already got so much shit happening up here. Now, yeah, this was one of the reasons I wanted to keep this. Because it's doing like a whole bunch of unique stuff here. We'll deselect so I don't accidentally delete this later. I think that's all of the notes. Yep, cool. So that's the same as the bottom shit. This, I believe, is the same as... Oh, okay. Not quite the same. Interesting. We'll probably just delete the rest of this, actually. Because it's kind of similar to all this stuff. I mean, that is the exact same, actually, but... So we'll move this into range here. These are all now in range. Oh, ooh. What do we got? Is it just these notes? Okay, yeah, so... Just these specific notes are below... we'll move them up. Normally I don't like to do just a couple of notes, like up or down. But for this, it should be fine. This actually might be kind of crazy, but Yeah, let's see. So I believe... Yeah, alright. We'll just, we'll select all these instead of do the right click, because I'm probably going to accidentally delete something I don't want to. Which is, you know, shift control, left click to select all kinds of multiple shit. You know, your standard shortcut button here. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Please delete. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Okay, so that's all that stuff. Goodbye, Shift C, Shift down arrow to move them back to where they were. Okay, so that should be fine for that, which I believe was the piano here. And then the two cellos I've done. Oh my god. So yeah, had my program crash, which is definitely a me problem. FL Studio has been doing that a lot for me recently. I've really got to sort that out. I had a backup that I went back to and I quickly redid some of the stuff that we had just gone over then. Some of it might be a tiny bit different to how it was, but shouldn't be significantly so. Yeah, so I deleted those other tracks that we used already. This one, let me see, what's, I bet you the harp's already doing stuff for these, right? Yeah, okay, get rid of this as well. I hope the goddamn program doesn't crash yet again. I believe already, yeah, I've done the violin too. Well, sorry, violin 1, but the violin as well. As for these... actually, is that the same as the... okay. So ideally, you know, these you can probably just delete, to be honest. Let me see. Like, there's not really any free space on the harp. I mean, as you can see, it's doing like a lot of stuff. So we're just going to remove these two tracks. Which leaves us with the acoustic guitar. Now, there's a lot of strumming here. But we probably can't fit it in, to be honest. So we're going to keep this. And we're going to keep this. Of course. As you'll be able to hear. Obviously need to keep those parts, right? For this particular song. We'll see what the harp's doing for those. It's probably doing too much for this, but I don't know, we'll check. And then, yeah, as for this stuff, I think we'll just leave, because, yeah, as previously stated, that's a lot that's already going on. You know, we might move these over just to see if we can keep any of it. And then we'll keep that. Okay, so zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Move that, copy the whole, well, not the whole track, just what you want in this case. Over to the harp. Now, excellent, these are good there. What are these doing here? You could probably keep these. It's just these would have to go up. Let me see. What color have I not used? We'll do orange. Now then. Yeah, okay, see. These are all practically playing something similar, with the same note on different octaves and such. But what we might do, over here, you can see how there's like a bit of extra, different stuff here. So, we might keep these. We're going to keep these two, and we'll just delete that because I don't like playing the notes when they're just one above each other. We might keep this as well. Okay, we'll keep these two. And then we might keep this one and these two. We'll have to come back and, well, not have to, but I will come back and resize these notes so that they don't overlap each other. Just out of personal preference here. Now what have we got? Ooh, that is something. So that's okay. That's not so bad in a certain sense. We might keep some of this. So obviously this is the same note, so that doesn't matter. We might keep this. We'll keep these. We'll keep them. Now what else have we got here? We'll keep this. I'm gonna get rid of that though. Okay, so they're like the same. I might keep those. I'll keep them. Now what's happening here? Okay. We'll keep that one. These are probably the same. No, they're not actually. Okay, we'll keep them too, fuck it. We'll keep these. I might keep these two. Actually, wait, that was the same note. We'll get rid of that. Get rid of that too. Actually, that is not playing anything. Okay, so we might keep that. We'll keep that. I might keep the bottom one there. Oh, sorry, keep the top one there too. We'll keep these. Yeah, you know what, I might keep these two. Oh my god, this is wild. We'll keep them. We'll keep these. We'll keep them too. You know, I think these are actually the same as them, but we'll keep that. I guess we'll keep that. Yeah, it's gonna be weird because it's gonna be like up, middle, up, like yeah. But it should be fine, probably. Don't quote me on anything that I say. Get rid of all this same stuff. Okay, so then what are we gonna do here? Yeah, we'll keep them. We'll keep them. We'll keep that. We'll keep this too. We might just keep all of this actually. I might not keep that actually. Now then, where are we? Where are we indeed? Get rid of this, get rid of this. Actually, get rid of that. I suppose we'll just keep all of this then. Okay, okay, we'll keep them. Keep these. Oh, sorry. Actually, delete all these same note stuff. And yeah, okay, we'll keep them. Oh no, sorry. We definitely gotta delete that. I might delete that too, actually. What have we got? Oh, missed that one. We'll keep that. We'll keep this. We'll keep that. I suppose I'll keep that, actually. Probably not that. No, probably not any of these, actually. That should be fine. Yeah. Where are we at with... Oh, these gonna have to come down an octave. No. Because I was going to keep these up, which means I move the whole other thing. Yeah, okay. They can probably just stay where they are, actually. No? Shit. So, what color are these? Why does that not want to work? There we go. Maybe my keyboard is playing up a bit. Oh, okay, so if I bring these down, that's out of range. Okay. Don't tell me that went left. No, okay, we're good. So put those back up, which means these ones specifically are out of range here. So, ooh. Alright, first I'm gonna unselect these, and then move the other stuff back up to where it was. Now then, select everything and move it up one. That's the same note. And then I think that's actually it for the same notes. Oh no, here we go. That's the same note. Which means that's the same note, which means that's the same note. Okay. So we're gonna, oh sorry. Little drop down menu here, select overlapping, which apparently I missed a same note here. So we're gonna change the color of these to, that's a good question. I guess... No, I've already done yellow. We'll do the purple. Or lavender, I suppose. Whatever you would like to call it. So yeah, no, I'm just going to resize these notes. I don't think it's going to be a huge issue. We'll delete that one though. Like, to whatever program you use to play these in the game, it's not really going to matter super much. It's just what I prefer to do. Resize those, and again, you know, you got the magnet up here where you can change like where it'll drag to, lock in, either, you know, nothing, all of that stuff. And did I miss anything here? No, these ones are done. Okay. This might be a little strange, but I think it should be fine. Now, the only other overlap, actually, we'll just go from the start. We have quite a bit of overlap here. But they're all same notes, same notes, same notes. So we can ignore them. These ones, however... different. We'll do that. We'll bring this. No, I suppose that one doesn't really matter. I think this one is done. Yep. I'll delete these overlaps after I sort the rest of this stuff out. Yeah, let's delete that one. We'll delete this one. We'll delete this one. And bring these down. Okay, so these are the same here. Do that. So that's gonna be kind of crazy. Right. So what are these? D's. You know, I might just delete, I'm gonna delete the bottom notes here. Because this is gonna be kind of crazy on the harp. Like, I don't think it moves too fast, actually, but, that is interesting, actually. So these are pretty low velocity if you look down here. This is like how loud the notes are. So I might actually just leave these ones out in terms of like keeping certain notes. Because yeah, in the Final Fantasy Bard performance, we have no velocity control. Everything plays at complete max volume every single fucking time, which can be a bit of a pain in the ass. So I'm going to delete those anyway. Okay. We might do the same. Actually, no, this one's fine. Although, in saying that, I will remove this. Yeah, I want to remove that too. What about this? Technically, oh no, they're not even the lowest. Is this one? Yeah. That be the be all end all. Oh, so these are the same. Are these the same too? Where did I have these other ones selected? I've lost myself. Here we go. Oh, they are too. Okay. Never mind then. I thought I found a winner. Alright, let's just delete the bottom notes here. I don't know if this is the correct choice. For instruments that are like down the bottom here, I will keep the lowest note. For things that are like piano and shit up here, I usually keep the top note if I have to like pick and choose. Or in this case, you know, the top couple. Alright, fuck, let's just delete it. Fuck it, they're gone. It also depends on the track. Like, if there was some crazy, like, variations here. Like, if it wasn't just, like, B, 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 B. Now, we need to sort the rest of these, overlaps out. Also, oh my god. Get rid of that, please. Get rid of that. Alright. Oh, that's the same note, huh? Goodbye. Good day, sir. Okay, so. Resize this. Resize that. Resize. Oh, that's actually. Oh, the same note here. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We do this, which is gonna be rather interesting. We got the E and the B, so could just delete those to be perfectly honest. I might delete that C since it's playing down here, and I'll go like up. And speaking of which, yeah, since you can't play multiple notes at the same time, most of the different bard programs will play top to bottom. Oh, sorry, bottom to top in order. So if you want something to play like top and then bottom, you can resize from the left, though I think there's a... You have to select an option for that. Or you use like C for the shortcut key and like delete or cut a bit out of the front and then delete it. And then it'll play the top note first and then the bottom because it's in sequence. Which can sometimes be useful. I've never really messed with it too much myself, even back when I was doing solo stuff. But I know someone who did it a fair bit. Still does. Yeah, I did kind of mess with it a little bit during like solo times when I'd have like freaking bass, melody, rhythm stuff, trying to do all kinds of things, and I'd try to shift like some of it one way or another so it just wouldn't sound weird, but I didn't do it too often. Oh, no, we'll get rid of that too. Get rid of that. Where are we at with this? Select overlapping notes. How much do we have left? Move that up. Okay, so that's the same note, that's the same note, we'll just delete. I'll get rid of that. What I will do is move this. Okay, now let me see where we at. Oh, we got another one there. Good lord. I suppose I should have expected that. And bring that back. Now then. So these are all the same. That's the same. Oh, I should probably delete one of these, actually. What have we got down here? Oh god, they're all different. Alright, we'll just do the same. Nah, screw it. We'll leave it. Fuck it. This will be a big strum. Actually, I will get rid of that. Like I said, I kind of hate having notes, like, literally just one part. I think it sounds kind of weird. But again, that is a personal preference. I might delete that, because it's the same as the B here. That's, you know, one of the cool things about the whole barding thing, is you can give somebody, or, you know, 3 different bards, the exact same sheet music or file, whatever, and end up with completely different sounding songs. Like the same song, but you know what I mean. Unique, different versions of said song. What have we got here? Just going through and like double checking all this shit. Even though I didn't plan to really spend that much time on this. I thought it would be a bit easier, since I was already kind of familiar with the file, having already done the full band version. But apparently it's quite a bit more complicated than I remembered it being. Okay, I think that's done then. So once we delete this acoustic guitar, and hopefully my FL Studio doesn't shit itself again. Perfect. So as you can see, nothing here out of range, nothing here out of range, all of our things are in range. Technically the game only plays C3 to C6, but FL for some reason has like the extra octave, so we've got C4 to C7 is the equivalent. Viola and harp. Now, this might actually get drowned out. So perhaps oboe would be the better choice, but we'll see how this goes. So, tools, macros, prepare for MIDI export. And then we don't have to really do anything else here. Export MIDI file. Where are we with this? I'll just chuck it in Duet. Yeah, you don't really have to worry about any of this for Final Fantasy stuff. And that's done. So how about we test our song in the game? If I'll just pause my stuff here. I have 2 characters logged in already, so let me just sort out what we're doing here. Okay, where am I? Bear with me a second. There we go, window capture. Okay. Hopefully you can hear that. Okay, now, yep. Got 2 tracks here. Let's see how we go. Alright, so yeah, that actually didn't sound too bad, and especially for like, yeah, I didn't put crazy amounts of effort into this. Well, I don't feel like I did anyway. This harp is kind of crazy. In retrospect, we probably could have put, you know, some of the stuff here on viola. This, yeah, you know, we could have actually put some of this on the viola too. Like maybe the purple, which I believe was the violin. Just something to keep in mind, you know, if you've got empty space on another instrument, feel free to just do whatever you feel like. So yeah, FL Studio, there is a free trial version, which, as far as I'm aware, does not expire. You just can't, you can't load projects. I think you can save them still, but, if you get like halfway through and have to stop for whatever reason, you can just export the MIDI wherever you're at, re-import it later and keep going, and that's, you know, that's how you save on the free trial of the thing. And yeah, there's heaps of other programs, and I'm sure I didn't explain any of this shit properly, but if you have questions, I can try to answer. But yeah, that's the Duet of Lumière, apparently. I'm pretty happy with that, actually, for a half-assed effort. I guess that's all of my stuff, though, but that's how I feel about it. But maybe it's just because I've been doing this for quite some time now. And yeah, okay, that's all done then.